The Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by Reaper Apparel Company. Reaper Apparel offers a casual line of superb fit, finish, and comfort. We design for those who refuse to die slowly and choose to live untamed. For those who aren't afraid to face the dark, for the ones that thrive in it, and for those who can appreciate life through a grim lens. That's Reaper Apparel Company. Go to the link in the description of this episode, use the promo code Mike Bono, and get 10% off. Also, the Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by Tactical Brotherhood, all American-made apparel, which helps support the Second Amendment. You can also find all this in the description of this episode with the link Tactical Brotherhood. Part of every proceed does go to helping veterans. It is a very good cause. All American-made products made right here in Minnesota. Go and check them out. Use the promo code PATRIOT15 to get 15% off your purchase. The Ride Home Rants podcast wants to thank you for listening and let everybody know that we do offer monthly subscriptions to help support the show in other ways other than listening and downloading each episode. What you will get with each subscription is you will get bonus episodes that aren't released to everybody. You will also have a chance to ask me anything each and every month where I will put out a special episode just to answer your questions. You will also get more exclusive content that is not released to everybody. To subscribe to the show, go and click on the link in the description of this episode, and I look forward to your added support and to help us keep this show going. The Ride Home Rants podcast is also brought to you by Buddy's Beard Care. Buddy's Beard Care provides premium men's grooming products at an affordable price. Products are made in Ohio, and Buddy's Beard Care supports local. The majority of our supplies are from other Ohio-based companies. You can find them on social media at Buddy's Beard Care or online at buddysbeardcare.com. Use the promo code BONO15 and he will save you 15%. I've been using these products for a little over 6 months now, and my beard has never felt healthier. It has never grown faster, and according to my wife, it has never felt softer. Also, the Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by former guest of the show in Matt Landowski in Sweet Hands Sports. Elevate your game with Sweet Hands Sports. Our sports gloves are designed for champions, providing ultimate grip and durability. Achieve greatness with every match. Choose Sweet Hands Sports for the winning edge. Grip your victory at sweethandsports.com. Use the promo code BONO10 and he will save you 10%. He has sent me a complimentary pair of golf gloves. They are so comfortable, durable, and breathable. You won't find a better pair of gloves out there. Again, sweethandsports.com, promo code BONO10. Lastly, the Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by Deemed Fit, a clothing company from first responders for first responders. These products are so comfortable. They look great. They have great messages on them. They are provided to support first responders, especially those who worked through COVID. All of the proceeds are going to helping veterans and first responders with their mental and physical health. This is a great cause. I support anything that has to do with our first responders and our veterans. Again, deemedfit.co, promo code Mike Bono will save you 20%. Now, let's start the show. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Ride Home Rants podcast. This is, as always, your host, Mike Bono. I got a great episode for us today, but first and foremost, I do need to mention the newest sponsor to the Ride Home Rants podcast, and that is Web Western. For those who aren't afraid of hard work and no BS work, for those who love to live off the land, go out hunting, fishing, and now golfing too as well, these are hats made for you. Go to webwestern.com, use the promo code Mike Bono, and save yourself 10%. Once again, webwestern.com, promo code Mike Bono, save yourself 10%. That being said, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics tonight. I have a great group of guests here today for us, and we're going to be talking about the All Things Pittsburgh Steelers podcast here. I let Fitty do a Browns one. I cannot have
the Browns on here without doing and talking about my Steelers. So it's going to be all things Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to let my guests introduce themselves. And guys, we can't get into this intro without having 2 fitty questions to start the show. So I need your name. And would you rather be a long haul truck driver or a limo driver for a new career? And would you rather fight 50 emperor penguins or 1 coyote in a racquetball court? And JJ, we're going to start with you.
JJ Phillips, regular on the show. And I would definitely rather be a limousine driver just because the stories and the crazy people you'll probably meet doing that. And how many, a coyote and what else?
50 emperor penguins or 1 coyote in a racquetball court?
Oh man, I guess I'm going with the coyote. At least it's one-on-one. Might be able to figure something out.
Gotcha. And next and last here right now, we wait a few more people to go, but it's one of the great sponsors to the show here in Matt Landowski.
What's up, everyone? It's Matt Landowski. I'm going to go with a limo driver just because I think you get some good tips there. And I'm going to go with the coyote, keeping it interesting in the racquetball court. So.
Yeah, that's a tough one and a tough look to start out with there. For me, well, we got one more guy, Jordan, here now as we're getting rolling, and Aaron Fry, you're on mute, my guy, but we're gonna let you introduce yourself here. But you have to answer these 2 questions first and foremost. And would you rather be a long haul truck driver or a limo driver for a new career? And would you rather fight 50 emperor penguins or 1 coyote in a racquetball court?
Definitely a limo driver. And what was the other one?
Would you rather fight 50? Yeah, 1,000%. Would you rather fight 50 emperor penguins or 1 coyote in a racquetball court?
A coyote in a racquetball court. 1 coyote.
Yeah, that's pretty consistent with what everyone has been saying here to start out with. But yeah, for me, definitely limo driver for a new career. Like everyone's been saying, just the stories you're gonna get with that. Just because everyone's saying coyote, I'm just gonna say the hell with it. We're going 50 emperor penguins for me, just to see. One, penguins are my favorite animal. So there's that. I feel like I'm not going to fight them. I'm just going to take them all home with me, and that's going to be how I'm going to win. And they're just going to become pets. That's my strategy to winning that one. But we're not here to talk about penguins or being limo drivers and that. We're here to talk about all things Pittsburgh Steelers here. And Fry, since you were a little bit late here to the show, I'm going to let you go first here on this one. And that is, who is your Steelers Mount Rushmore of 4 all-time players?
Oh boy. All right, so decorated history, right? So obviously got to start with Joe Green. Troy Polamalu. I'm gonna go Ben. I'm gonna go Ben, and I'm gonna go. Disrespect to a lot of good defenders.
This is a tough one to start out with.
It is, but I'm gonna go Jack Lambert. I'm gonna go those 4 for sure.
4 solid choices. Lando, what about you?
I'm gonna go a little 70s and a little early 2000s. I'm gonna start with Jack Lambert, Terry Bradshaw, Big Ben, and Troy Polamalu.
Okay. JJ, what about you?
I'm gonna go Bradshaw. I'm gonna go the bus. I'm going to go Hines Ward. And I'm going to go Joe Green. I'm gonna go Green.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been racking my brain about this because, like you said, Fry, there's just, I mean, you're gonna have to disrespect somebody, like on this one here. But I got to go Bradshaw, Big Ben. I was tossing up Mean Joe or Polamalu, but I got to go Troy, and I got to throw Hines in there. That's and I it was a real close fourth between the bus and Hines for me, and putting Bettis in there. So yeah, that's a tough one, and that was Fitty starting to show off with that one. I did not want to lead the show off that way, but we're
He came guns blazing.
we're coming in to fire everybody up off the rip here, being all Steelers fans here. Fry, but for this one, the Steelers have one of the nicest setups on the North Shore with their location on the Strip and the bars and the restaurants right by the stadium, along with Stage A&E and the Pirate Stadium being right there, PNC Park being right there. Do you like the setup, and do you think there is one better setup in the NFL?
I mean, my goal is to get around to a lot of the venues, like just for you guys at the show. Like Lando knows, I'm from where Lando's from, but I now live in like the Philly area, so I got to kind of see their setup on like the Broad Street. I like Pittsburgh's setup, and this is me not just being biased, but it kind of gives it like that gritty blue collar vibe being down there. It's still a growing area. I mean, I've seen Three Rivers. I've been to Three Rivers as a kid, and I thought it was awesome. But now with the transition with PNC and Heinz Field, like in between there, like you said, you have a string of bars that's there. Like you have the Cigar Bar, you have Southern Tier, you have what's the McFadden's, and then it's like I said, it's still a growing thing down there. There's the casinos down there now. It's getting added to it, and if you go right up the street into like the north side, you have a string of like old school style restaurants. Like one of my favorite restaurants that I feel like don't get talked enough about up there. It's called Pepe's. If you're familiar with there, and it's within walking distance of the stadium. So yeah, I think it has one of the best setups in the NFL. It's easy to get in and out of. Everybody's there. They treat you like family. Nobody's ever fighting with each other, and that's what I feel like I love most about that place.
Yeah, I mean that setup right there on Three Rivers is phenomenal. Just the stadium in and of itself, and I always say this: it's all the stadiums. Pittsburgh has one of the best backdrops to any stadium that you're in, whether it's always going to be Heinz Field. I don't care what they're calling it now; it's always going to be Heinz Field to me, and PNC Park. I know you're in the igloo at PPG Paints Arena, but when you come out, you just see the whole city coming through the Fort Pitt tunnels and just seeing the whole city right when you come in. It's a game changer for me. Like that's my 2 cents on that one. But Lando, what about you?
I think it's incredible. It's going to be unbelievable for the draft here this spring.
Yeah.
Just because like all the restaurants, you got all the stadiums are right there, all the hotels, you got that great view. I mean, the backdrop. I just couldn't imagine a better location than down in the North Shore, baby. Little party atmosphere, Pittsburgh Steelers getting rowdy, terrible towels flying. I mean, there's nothing better, man. So
nothing better
I'm
than
looking
going and
forward
watching
to
the
it.
Lurs down there on North Shore. But for JJ, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, there's no better place, man. I mean, I'm biased. The people, I mean, people are great. It's like you said, it's a blue collar, gritty. Everybody's just having a good time, showing love. Like usually when I go to the game, I go in on the boat, and just the view of the stadium as you're pulling up, coming in, it's just great. There's no better view. I mean, it's just awesome.
No matter where you're at in Pittsburgh, there's no better view.
Yep.
My favorite, honestly, is going to night games and coming through the Fort Pitt Tunnel at night and seeing the entire city lit up in black and gold and everything like that. So it's a sight to see. JJ, we're going to start with you on this one, but is legendary coach Chuck Noll top 5 NFL coach in history, and where does he rank in your opinion?
Top 5 in history?
Yeah.
He has to be. I mean, I don't know how he's not in your top 5. I mean, the man, he's done things few coaches have ever done their whole career. So I mean, to not have him in your top five would just be, I don't know, a little bit ridiculous in my personal opinion.
Where does he fall in your top five?
I'm going to go three.
Three?
I'm gonna go three.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. He's 2 or 3 with me.
Yeah.
He's up there. He's not 5. He's definitely way better than 5.
Yeah, he's top 3.
Yeah, top 3 in my opinion. But Lando, what about you?
I'm going to say that I can't really give a specific number on this one because there's a lot of legendary coaches, but I can't name too many that have won 4 Super Bowls. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not, it's unheard of.
Right.
This is not many. So, he is top 5, and I'm not going to say a specific number, but he's legendary, man.
Lando giving the PR answer there for us here, and I giving a number. Fry, what about you?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he is top 5, but I gotta go 5. Just thinking about a lot of the legendary coaches. Like I don't know. I look at all of these lists. Like just because I like to see like where they rank. Like when Tomlin he basically tied or he's one ahead of Chuck Noll. But he don't have 4 Super Bowls. You know what I mean?
I think the record wise, I think he's 1 ahead of Chuck. I think he just passed
Right.
Chuck Noll this year.
Yeah. So, but Chuck, I mean, he got 4 bowls. I look at guys like Bill Belichick, Andy Reid, Vince Lombardi, Tom Landry, like those guys. But I don't, like I said, I think Chuck's at 4 or 5. I just, that's where I think he ranks with me.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'll probably put like Belichick and Walsh ahead of him.
I got Lombardi and Belichick ahead of him. I mean, the trophy's named after Lombardi. How do you not?
Yeah.
How do you not have it? Like,
Belichick changed the game and Walsh the West Coast offense, man. I mean, where would we be at now without the West Coast offense?
Right.
Playing Smash Mouth Steelers football and just running it down everybody's throat is what we'd be doing. This is exactly what we'd be doing. We'd be playing Pittsburgh football.
Yeah, you're right, but the NFL made the rule changes to score more points, man. I mean, that's what it came down to.
I get it. I get that for sure. Fry, let's stay with you on this one. And now we're going to really get into this here and see how fired up we can all get. And do you like the Mike McCarthy hire as the new head coach? And should they have hired somebody else if not?
This is a good one. I mean, I spent a lot of time thinking about this. It took me like a couple of days to really know if I was going to like the hire, but I think his first press conference was the one that kind of drew me in. Like him being a Pittsburgh guy and him knowing what the culture is and him showing the emotion of how much it means to him was like, okay, like we got a guy in here that's really like, that's a whole different side of Mike McCarthy that we didn't see in Green Bay that we didn't see in Dallas. And then what he's doing as far as putting a staff together, I was like, I like this. I think he's made all of the right moves so far. I think it's a different route. I mean, he's 62. So obviously I think he's a bridge coach. Like who are we gonna get or who is he gonna string along to be able to kind of take over? Because he's not gonna I can only see him giving us like 8 to 10 years. And I think he got a chance to really bring us number 7 home. I'll really say that, and that's not me being biased. I think all of the pieces are in play. I think the staff he put together is great, and we have a guy in there I know that knows what Pittsburgh Steelers football is all about.
Okay, Lando, what about you?
The funny story. When Tomlin stepped down, I get a text message like a couple minutes later from Fitty.
Yeah.
And he says hire someone, I forget the name, and Tomlin stepped down. I texted him back and said, hire McCarthy. And he's laughing, you know. I said, I freaking love it, man. So a couple weeks later, McCarthy gets hired. You know, I mean, he's a Pittsburgh guy. Like Fry said, you know, he knows what Pittsburgh football is all about. He knows what it means to this town. You're probably only going to get 5 to 8 years with him, but it's going to be a solid, good 5 to 8 years. So I think we're gonna do a lot of good things these next couple of years.
I got you. JJ, what about you?
I totally don't like it. Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a chance, but when he first got hired, I really wasn't excited about it. And then I seen the press conference, and he loves Pittsburgh. He knows what the city wants. He knows Pittsburgh football. Then why are you crying at the press conference? That's not Pittsburgh football. We're tough. We're you know what I'm saying? You shedding tears. I don't know. And I wanted a younger guy. I wanted a high energy younger guy to be there for like 20, 30 years. We got a bridge coach, and I feel like he's gonna try to get the band back together. We're gonna bring Rodgers back. We try to bring back the Green Bay from 10 years ago, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm gonna wait till off season goes through and see what moves are made in the draft and stuff. But I'm not
Yeah.
overly excited.
I wasn't excited at first. He's growing on me. But he's definitely a bridge coach. Like, I mean, if anybody says he's not a bridge coach, you don't know football at all. And I swear, every time I freaking record, my one cat has to just absolutely just start bitching. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background. Oh, what the hell's going on? Like right now. Of course, he stops. Of course. All right. But anyways, that just threw me all off. But yeah, I mean, he's growing on me. I think he will help develop Will Howard, and all these experts saying that, like, oh, Pittsburgh needs a quarterback. We have one in the name of Will Howard that we drafted last year. Yeah, he was hurt for most of the beginning of the season. We didn't get to see too much of him. I think Aaron comes back one more year with McCarthy. I hate to say it. I think he should retire. But with the McCarthy hire, that was the one thing I really didn't like about it. It's like, well, Aaron's coming back at least one more year. For sure, he's coming back one more year to see if he can do it with McCarthy. But I think that'll be good for Howard and letting him learn under a future Hall of Famer and Rodgers for one more year and actually getting to participate and not just holding a clipboard and practice being hurt. I think that will help him. And that kind of led me right into the next one. And, you know, obviously we'll say my thoughts is I think Rodgers is coming back for one more season. But Fry, what about you? You think he's coming back one more year?
Yeah, I think he is. I think all stars are aligning for him to come back, just based off the hires that we made. And I thought he had a decent year. I think he showed like leadership. Like, how many other quarterbacks out there at 42 would play with a broken wrist? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
there's not a bunch at 22 that would play with a broken wrist anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
they want to get their money. You know what I mean? So business didn't matter to Aaron Rodgers, and it showed. I was very impressed with that, especially after like a lot of the rumors came out saying like, you know, he throws his teammates under the bus, he does this, he does that, and.
See, with that, I mean, he's been there, done that, and I think if Tomlin would have just let him go at the end of the season and just let him call the plays from the field and run the hurry, like look how good we looked running the hurry up with him and running the 2-minute offense with Rodgers calling the plays. We moved the ball up the field and we scored every time.
And it's like having another coach on the field, basically. Like, because he's, to me, like, based off of like what I've seen all of my years being around football, like he's the best at drawing 12 men on the field.
Yeah,
like, I haven't really seen too many quarterbacks do that. But he impressed me. I wouldn't mind if he came back. I think we have a line that can keep him upright and clean for the most part. And I think that's really like that might be a deal breaker for him. Like, we're not in a rebuild mode. we do need some pieces. Like, we definitely need a wide receiver, and I hope we can talk about the draft a little bit. But
We're gonna get there. We're getting there.
yeah,
Don't jump ahead of
yeah.
me, Fry.
But yeah, Aaron, I'm impressed. I like Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers can still get it done, as long as we have the pieces around him that he feels like he can win a title.
I got you, Lando. What about you?
My motto is play as long as you can.
Yeah.
As long as the game allows you to, and your body and everything. So I think Rodgers coming back one, maybe 2 more years isn't a bad thing.
2.
Especially, you never. I mean, a
He
leadership.
said 2 years.
Just,
Oh
just as
my!
a leadership
No.
aspect, because he's going to be the one who mentors Will Howard, and
I get
it's the
that.
same thing that happened with
He ain't mentoring
him in
nobody.
Green Bay with Favre. So. But
Just 2. I mean, if you break it down, my man in football age is 176 years old with the way his body has been abused. You forget he played for the Jets for 3 years with 0 line.
We'll stick with one. We'll stick with one we'll play by year.
That's
so,
1.
One year.
I think he's got half a year left with his body not breaking down on him. If you ask me,
you see the look on his face whenever he gets tackled. I mean, that says it all. Yeah.
Yeah. 2 is just like, all right, now we're really trying to be Brett Favre. Like, hang him up. You should have hung him up a couple years ago. Like, it's just unless you're being a backup just to mentor somebody, no.
You don't want Bountygate to get you out of there like you got rid of Brett Favre.
Yeah. That's just that's a whole other show that we can get into on that one. JJ, I think I already know your thoughts on this one, but what do you got?
Oh, I mean, do I want him to come back? No. But is the diva coming back? Yes. And he's going to make us wait till right before, like after training camp, before he decides to come back.
Oh,
no. He's not going to have any. What?
McCarthy, I heard today on the Rich Eisen show, McCarthy has put a time limit on it. He has to have an answer a week before training camp starts, if he's coming back or not. If he doesn't hear from him, he's out.
So he put a time limit on it.
He put a time limit on it, yeah.
Okay. That's what I like to hear. But honestly, I just wish we would have went with Howard to see what he has. Either he's going to be the guy or he's not going to be a guy. I'm a Michigan fan, so I'm not really big on Ohio State quarterbacks because in the league, most of them usually aren't too great. But we drafted him. We drafted him, so let's see what he got. I mean, let him get the reps. Let him take all the reps. Let him see what we got. Like, Aaron Rodgers is only going to get us so far. We're going to have another 8-8, 9 whatever season, and we're going to get bounced in the first round again. I see it coming already again.
With Rodgers, I see that for sure.
Yes. But we have Howard. We either have our quarterback or we don't, and we know for sure.
Will Howard is the only Ohio State quarterback that I'm like okay with in the NFL because 0 of them have produced in the NFL. 0 Ohio State quarterbacks have really produced in the NFL as of late. Justin Fields, you can make an argument there, but
CJ Stroud, you can make an argument.
Stroud is I mean, he's starting to come up, but he's hit or miss. He's not consistent that you want to see in an NFL quarterback. But they don't run a pro style offense at Columbus and Ohio State, so these guys just aren't ready. With the transfer portal, it's helped. There's been some guys that have finished at Ohio State because they know they can go there and dominate in the Big Ten and win a national championship.
Whoa.
Guys coming from the SEC and that, coming from all there.
No. We all know it's go blue. It's go blue. It's go blue. That's what we're talking about.
I'm not a fan of either squad here. I'm a Mountaineer fan through and through. So I just let them disappoint me every season.
Get well soon. Soon,
dude. It's just a constant. It's just being a Mountaineer fan. They just disappoint me every year. And it just every year, it's like, today this is going to be our year. No, it's not. It's just they can go to a 64 team playoff and somehow we'd find a way to miss the playoff. You know what I mean? That's how much my Mountaineers disappoint me every year.
They tease you every year.
Every year.
They
They get
tease
me
you
every year.
They give you hope and then they crush you.
Yep, absolutely. That's the Mountaineer fan in a nutshell right there. But with that one, JJ, we're gonna stay with you here, and this one's gonna raise some eyebrows, and I think I know where we all stand on most of this. But should the Steelers trade away TJ Watt for a quarterback and or draft picks?
We should have traded him 3 years ago and got a boatload for him. Now we're just kind of stuck with him. Nobody's going to trade for him for that big contract. I mean, he's injury prone. He doesn't show up in big games. I love TJ, but we should have traded him 3 years ago when his value was at his highest, and we could have got a boatload of picks for him, and we probably would have been in a better position right now than what we are. But we're stuck with him now, so we got to make the best of it, and that's just what it is.
I get it. Lando, what about you?
I think now is the time. If you're going to trade him, you got to trade him. Just because we got Jack Sawyer. I like Jack Sawyer.
Another Ohio State guy. What is going on?
I mean,
Jack Sawyer, he's okay. He has some work to do.
Yeah, he's a tough dude, man.
Yeah.
He's a tough dude. So he makes plays, and I don't see I just can't see it's hurting too bad without TJ right now. So yeah, I ain't gonna say I'm gonna miss him or anything. So
all right, Brian, what about you?
I mean, I just want to go on record to say, like, I think last year what we did in the draft was like we went super Big Ten heavy. Like I think our first 4 picks were Big Ten.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think I see what they're trying to do here. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm a big fan of talent. I thought we did well. Like I love Michigan too, but when it comes to just talent, like Jack Sawyer, I think he's a leader. I think he's a blue collar guy. I think he fits the Steeler way. I don't think he's a TJ Watt caliber player though. So, but you look at like, Nick Herbig, I think he's had a good year. Highsmith has been up and down with injuries. It's been tough. But TJ has been too. It's a hard position to stay healthy in. But if we do trade him, I don't know really what we'll get in return for him because I think he's 32 now, 31, 32.
And he's in his 30s.
So I think the way the Steelers always done business was, we're gonna treat you. Well, we want you to be in one uniform your whole career. You've done good for the city, but I also think that it would be TJ's decision to be like, man, do I want to stay or do I want to leave? And I think we'll do right by him. I mean, he has never been an issue to us. He's been a leader. And I still think he can get us, 17, 18 sacks a year on that side of the ball. But yeah, I don't think we trade him. I can't really see us trading him. And if we do, then I see it being draft day or draft night. But right now, I don't see it.
I can't see it either, just for what he's done in Pittsburgh. Yeah, his plays declined. He's injury prone. No one's going to take that big contract. So I don't. There's not a lot of value with him right now, and I'm a TJ guy. I like TJ, but yeah, I don't see him having too much longer left. I think this contract is his last hurrah in the NFL. Yeah. I like Jack Sawyer. I do. He's a gritty, tough-nosed guy. Shake your head at me, JJ. I can see you shaking your head. Don't you be shaking your head at me.
I like Jack Sawyer. Don't get it wrong. I like him. I just think he needs a little more polishing.
Well, he does. I mean, it's going to be his second year. Obviously, he needs a little bit more polishing. Just take out the fact that he played for Ohio State, and then how do you feel about it? If you didn't know where the hell he played, let's say he played for Michigan, what would you be saying about that then?
I would be saying the same thing. He's
good. Ass.
He needs some more polishing, but I can see him turning into like a. I don't want to say this, and it's kind of reaching. I can see him turn to like a James Harrison type player. Like he's just an enforcer out there, big hits, gritty, tough as all hell. I can see that.
I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that in Pittsburgh. We need a bully on defense again. Like we just need that guy that, I mean, Yeah, his stats aren't going to get him into the Hall of Fame, but he's going to be a difference maker
Yeah.
just from his attitude. No one's going to run near him or run at him.
Yep.
We need that back in Pittsburgh on the defense to get back to the steel curtain way. That being said, who's your favorite Steelers player of all time, JJ?
Too Fast Willie Parker. No, I mean,
we were going to fight so hard. We were going to fight if you said Fast Willie Parker, and we're serious about that.
Oh man, I want to play. I mean, me growing up watching. I mean, it's tough. It's between Hines Ward and Polamalu. I'm gonna just go Polamalu. I'm gonna go Polamalu.
Okay, Lando. What about you?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna pick an offensive guy and a defensive guy. So I'm going Hines Ward on offense. I mean, some of those hits that he took were absolutely brutal. He come up smiling, and then on defense, I'm going Ryan Clark. He I mean that hit he had that hit he had in the AFC Championship game in 2008 on Willis McGahee was might have been
both
one of the top,
himself and McGahee out.
Top 2 hits I've ever seen, and maybe the hardest hit I've ever seen in my life. I mean, Willis McGahee is no slouch. He knocked out an animal, and he knocked himself out.
Yeah,
I mean, it was unbelievable.
Put his body on the line.
I just jumped out of my chair. I remember where I was at school, and yeah, that was nuts, man. I never seen anything like it. So
I got you.
The explosion was just insane.
Man, them Ravens Steelers games back then.
That's just that era of
man,
Steelers football was
best
top.
rivalry in all sports, man, ever.
Man.
Fry, what about you? Who's your favorite Steeler?
I'm gonna go. It's a lot, man. There's definitely a lot. So if I was to go on the offensive side of the ball, like Jerome Bettis would be my guy, for sure. But on my defensive side, without a doubt, Troy. I mean, Troy was. I mean, talking about a top 3 safety of all time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And the battles with him and Ed Reed, that's always the argument.
Yep.
But I mean, I love Ed Reed too. Like we got to see that. We got to see the Steelers Ravens play sometimes like 3 times a year. You know what I mean? Like that don't really happen too often. So, but definitely, Troy is definitely my favorite Steeler of all time.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Because I'm a bus guy. I like Bettis. I like the way he ran the ball. Being a former wide receiver, I like Hines Ward getting up smiling after taking all those hits and delivering hits himself too as well. Like he wasn't no slouch blocking either. Like he was going to lay the lumber on you too as well. Defensive side of the ball, I mean, it's Troy all day. It's hard to. I mean, RC's up there, but Troy definitely takes the cake. That is just the hair going and just being a Tasmanian devil out there and just all over the place and not listening to one of the coaches. Let's just say that we'll just call it as is. There's been so many former Steelers who are like, yeah, he just did what he wanted to do, and Cowher and Tomlin just let him do it.
Yeah, just let him do it. Do what you
because he made plays, and his excuse for that was, he's a very religious man and God told him to do it. So he did it and it was right every time. I don't know how, but I don't know how on the defensive side of the ball, you don't say Troy, but offense, I got to go Hines, the wide receiver in me. I can't not go with Hines on that one. But we're running down here, and I know this one's going to take a lot, so I'm gonna jump ahead. And Fry, who was trying to jump ahead on me here, the draft. I mean, what are the Steelers going for? This draft and free agency. How do we improve the team? What's your looking like for the draft?
Man, I think it's been tough. Me going back and I think I really just started my analysis with like the draft, and so obviously we need to address the receiver room for sure. I just don't think there's like any free agents out there that we could look at and be like, this guy's going to come in and really be the wide receiver too. So Are we saying who we are we saying who we want to? Is that a thing on the show?
Sure. Why not? Do it. I don't.
So
Do I ever tell y'all like,
Yeah.
no, don't do that on this show? It's a show that's called has rant in the name of it. Don't go on a rant on this rant show.
Don't go on a rant.
Don't be ranting on the ride home rants, man.
Yeah. I looked at all right, so I was talking to my uncle about this. I was like, all right, let's check it out. So we'll probably go receiver like with the first round. So I looked at a guy like Makai Lemon from USC.
I like him.
The dream, Jake gonna hate me for this one, but the dream is Cornell Tate.
Seriously? Come on, man. Damn.
I mean, that guy, he's good. He's really good. And the last time we got an Ohio State guy was Santonio Holmes. And you
And
see how
he
that
did it.
worked out.
Yeah, it worked out great.
It worked
It
out
did.
really good. So, but he's gonna be gone. I can't see him getting out of the top 10 and even falling to 21. But Makai Lemon from USC, I'm really impressed with what he did at USC. And then I think we got to address the secondary. I think we got to go safety. I was looking at the kid from Penn State. I think he got a lot of. He got great size. I think he can run really well. And then I think we get a bridge quarterback, another one. I think like the guy who I was thinking about would be Drew Aller from Penn State because he's a project. I thought he played well up until he got hurt, and obviously Penn State kind of fell. I say they fell apart and battled. Then they brought it back together. So shout out to Coach Terry Smith for really bringing it back together. So that was cool to see because he's a Western PA guy. But yeah, that's how I think. I think we need to address. Oh, and then another position. I think depending on Broderick Jones, I really think we might go after another tackle. So that's kind of like my outlook right now.
All right, Lando, what about you?
Yeah, I think we need some offensive linemen because I think we're a little down there. Rodgers is gonna definitely need more than 2 seconds to pass a football. So after what I saw in that playoff game, that was such a disappointment. But yeah, man, I think we got to get some offensive linemen and go from there, man.
All right, JJ, what about you?
Well, I'm thinking, of course, receiver start out. And then I would probably say defense secondary, like dude was saying. I would like, but since we're keeping Aaron Rodgers, don't matter. They were talking about that quarterback from LSU dropping, and that would have been a good battle for him and Will Howard to go at it in the off season. But we got the diva coming back, so that doesn't really fly. So, I mean, our old line is young, so they might get better, but it doesn't hurt to add to that. But I mean, in today's NFL, you got to draft young, athletic players on defense and spend all your money on offense if you want to win. Because your defense got to bend but don't break. Your offense got to be able to score at least 21 to 35 points a game. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, we definitely, I think, receiver and O-line for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
Rodgers was on his ass more than he was standing upright, and he wants to throw the ball down the field, and you can't do that in 2 seconds. He needs.
And please resign. What's his name? Gainwell. Please resign this guy.
Yeah,
because he played his ass off this year, and he was a big part of the offense. Spread him out, hand it off. He was. And we let him walk like we're just. I don't know what we're doing if we let him walk.
I think him and Warren are gonna be like Najee and Warren were. Warren's gonna be the bruiser like Najee was, and Gainwell's gonna be the Warren when Najee was there, and be flashy out wide, split out, and making all the plays.
I mean, him and Rodgers had a good rapport. Him and Rodgers did have a good rapport. Like he trusted him and they played well and he spread him out. I mean, sometimes he would just tell him to run a route. It wasn't even in the play. And he would just run it and be for a big gain or a touchdown.
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was shown in, I think, what was it, the I don't think it was a playoff game. It was the Ravens game, I think, where he just literally screamed out, "Go out there, run a go."
Yep.
And like he did it, and it worked. Like
Yeah.
that's just how it needs to be. And like, yeah, they definitely need to re-sign him for sure.
I wanna add 2 names though to this list for receivers.
Okay.
So
if it's more Ohio State guys, I can't have JJ freaking out again. If it's more Ohio State guys,
no. There's this kid from Louisville. His name is Chris Bell. He's pretty good.
Okay.
He's pretty good. And then a guy that I look is like he's like a hybrid. Like Jonnu Smith didn't impress me this year at all. So like, if he obviously with the Clipper Rodgers, like I know we all heard him swear at Jonnu. I think it was the Detroit game, if I'm not mistaken. But a guy that I feel like could come in and really make a splash right away with Washington would be, his name is Michael Trigg. He's from Baylor. And just go check him out. He's really good. That's all I'm saying. He's really good. I think he could come in and
we don't even need to draft a receiver. We got one of the best receivers on the team who don't play. His name is Wilson. He's from Michigan.
There it is. I was
need to
really
get him some
waiting.
playing time.
Right. I was really waiting for JJ to be like, we need to get this guy from Michigan, this guy from Michigan. When we get the entire Michigan O-line, like that's
listen.
Just
he's already on he's already on the team. We just need to get him the ball. That's all.
I love it. I love it.
I can't say much about that. So that being said, that's actually going to do it for this week's episode of the Ride Home Rants podcast. I want to thank all of my guests here, Fry, JJ, and Lando, for joining and talking all things Pittsburgh Steelers. And as always, if you guys enjoyed the show, be a friend, tell a friend. If you didn't, tell them anyways. They might like it just because you didn't. That's going to do it for me, and I will see y'all next week.
The Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by W Energy. Energy drinks made for gamers, streamers, and podcasters alike. For gamers, streamers, and podcasters alike. Go to the link in the description where you can find the best energy drinks out there. Less caffeine than a cup of coffee. Also, no jitters and no crash afterwards. Use the promo code Mike Bono and get yourself 10% off. Also, the Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by my favorite sponsor of the show, and that is Shankit Golf. Golf apparel made for the everyday golfer. We might not go out and shoot a 6 under par. We're probably going to shoot a 6 over par, but this is going to give us the gear that's going to help us rock it on and off of the course. Go to the link in the bio, use the promo code Mike Bono, and get yourself 10% off there as well.